Good evening. I got our second to last top four playoff projections for the college football playoff. First, I'll go through my predictions for who I think is going to win this weekend. She did pretty well last weekend, but got one more set of games to go. Alabama, Georgia, SEC championship game. Michigan, Iowa, Big Ten championship game. Cincinnati, Houston, and the American championship game. Oklahoma State, Baylor in the Big 12 championship game, Oregon, Utah, Pac-12 championship game, and Pitt and Wake Forest in the ACC championship. So toughest call is Alabama, Georgia, but Michigan, Iowa. I think that will be a good game, but I'm going to go with Michigan. They came out last week, and a lot of talent there. I'm going to go with Michigan there. Cincinnati, Houston, as I've said all year, Cincinnati, I think has a good team that can beat anybody. And I think, we got to see them win here, and they got to be in if they win. Oklahoma State, Baylor. Now go with Oklahoma State there. I think that'll be another good game as well. I think Oregon's going to beat Utah in the rematch. I don't know where the line is on that. I think they had Utah as favorites. That's really surprising given the fact that this game's going to be on neutral field. And Utah, I think the only argument there is Utah has a tougher schedule, which they don't. So I don't know what that's based off. You can't just go off a head-to-head. So I'm going to take Oregon there. And then I think Wake and Pitt, that's another tough one. So we got a bunch of good games here, I think. I'm going to go with Wake there. I don't think that'll have any effect on the outcome here. And the same with Oregon. They're not going to have a chance unless we have mayhem. So, Alabama didn't look great this past week. But I'm going to stick with Alabama. I've been sticking with my teams all year, and it's worked out well. So, if we run the numbers there, it looks like Michigan, Alabama, and Oklahoma State would be locks, and then the last spot would come down to Cincinnati versus Georgia with the edge of Cincinnati. I would have to give Cincinnati a spot there. That'd be ludicrous. They should be the first team in my opinion, in that scenario. If you want to put Georgia in, that's fine. Put them in over, I don't know, Michigan or Oklahoma State. And I think Notre Dame should get some consideration if that plays out. I don't think you can punish them for not being in part of a conference. But, if they go with Michigan, Cincinnati, Oklahoma State, and Alabama as the Final Four, I'm fine with that. Georgia just needs to beat Alabama to get in. I mean, it's a broken record there. And if they get in, they would be, I would give them the number one seed. So, just with four teams, you can't guarantee a spot even to the SEC. So, Georgia just needs to win to get in. So, we'll see what happens. There's still a lot of scenarios left where you can't really break down each situation. I just picked the games and what the committee would be facing. So, big thing there is I'm going with Alabama. And then it would come down to apparently Cincinnati, Georgia, and you have to go with Cincinnati. And if you want to put Georgia in, like I said, over one of the other teams, Michigan or Oklahoma State, so that'd be fine with me. But we'll see what happens, and I'll give one final prediction Saturday night. Based on what happens. So hopefully the committee gets it right this year. They've goofed, I think, a couple of times. It seems like they've wanted to put in the big schools probably for money, but you can't. It'll be obvious if they leave out Cincinnati this year. But we could also have another dilemma, So, we'll just see what happens and give another prediction real late Saturday night.